4, 3.
And welcome back to UKSG. Next up, we are having Limerang speedrunning Metal Gear Solid 1 any % on easy. At this point, I'd like to remind you that there's still a bit war going on for this game if we're going to save the frames and kill Meryl, or if we're going to save Meryl and sacrifice a few frames. Take it away, guys.
Hey, so I'm Limerang, I'm the one running the game. We've got Minimix here.
Hi.
She's going to be commentating. She's never played, but she knows the game very
well.
well.
I know the speedrun well.
Yeah, and as Mayu said, there is an incentive, so you can either have Otacon and Snake be a cute little adoptive dad-parent thing for Sunny and kill off Meryl, or we can save Meryl and keep the game lore-friendly, in which case we'll also trigger a bonus Johnny cutscene. So you've only got about 6 minutes to get in for that, otherwise you're going to miss out. Quick little thing before we run as well, we're doing something here called a RAM manipulation. So I've basically, if you die and you're holding items, certain items at least, you can exit the game, start a new game, and when you pick up those items you can hit the quick equip button and you'll pick them up straight away. So that's just going to save us like 1.5 seconds worth of time. So I got to make sure I hold some buttons down so I don't trigger the alternate round. And we're about ready to start in 3, 2, 1, go. Alrighty, so to start the game, Metal Gear Solid is the first Metal Gear Solid game that's ever existed. However, it's also the 3rd Metal Gear game in the series. It's also the 8th game chronologically. Are you confused yet? In this game, we play as Solid Snake, who is a stealth expert. He's a legend for his past actions. So, of course, as a stealth expert, that means that Snake's going to have to remain stealthy. So to start off with, he's going to kill this guard up here who's about to go sneeze. He's going to choke him out nice and easily. And then for this next guard, what we're going to do is we're just going to run up and... Oh no.
Oh no.
Well, I'm sure one alert is fine, right? I mean...
only one.
Might
Can't
have been
harm.
intended. I mean, he's a legendary stealth expert. The game's all about tactical espionage action. I mean, let's look at this guy. Oh no, he got spotted again. Minnie, do you want to maybe explain what's happening here?
Yeah, so we have nicknamed this the Alert Farm because we've discovered that if you get a certain amount of alerts, you trigger a different sequence later in the game for the PAL key, which is super important to the run. And doing it this way, majority of the time, it's faster than the fastest rat option that you can get. Because normally a rat would just eat the card and you'd have to kill the rat to get the card. Yeah, it's very confusing. But no, we're just going to farm alerts here for a little while, keep us busy in the opening sequence of the game.
Indeed. So yeah, instead of having to do the normal strategy where we just hide and do all sorts of things and mess around, we've actually got something to do in the first 2.5 minutes of this game. So that's quite fun. And this is going to be the last time we get an alert. We're going to kill the guy off. Nice and easy.
Nice. Nicely done.
So now we're just going to wait for this elevator to come down. And yeah, the reason we want that power key to be in the drainage ditch rather than eaten by a rat is it gives us, yeah, just clear positions for where that power key can be. There's only going to be 1 of 7 positions rather than chasing a rat around.
Yeah. It's good for speedruns. Optimize your movement.
Alrighty, so as this elevator comes down, we're going to knock on this wall here because this card cannot see downwards, so we can just walk right in front of him and then we can go up the elevator if we're lucky. Not going to get a kick off on him.
Rough.
Okay, so to skip cutscenes, we can just hold the X button down. However, for codecs, we cannot skip these. I know people say double tap triangle or just press start. It doesn't work for the console version. This is the console version. This is the version on PlayStation 1. Not the PC version, which has been re-released on Good Old Games. If you do want to pick that up and start learning the run, you can do a God mode cheat, which you can't do on console, which makes it very fun to do. So we have to mash through all of these. These early ones aren't so bad, but there are going to be some pretty crazy ones later. We're also going to intentionally get caught by these spotlights. And notice how I quickly equip those chaff grenades? That's what I was talking about with that ram manipulation earlier. Oh, alright. Okay. We're going to go do a new strategy for this, apparently, which is called get shot 3 times. So yeah, my movement was slightly off at the start there, which meant I got shot.
You can do that one damageless, which is ideal, because anytime you get shot, obviously, that slows you down.
Indeed. Sadly, these mice do not count as alerts, otherwise that would make things a lot easier, but it would mean it's impossible to get the big boss rank on extreme difficulty. So, yeah, if you can't see already, it's the easy difficulty. The reason we run it on easy is because I'm terrible at video games. I tried to beat this on extreme and couldn't, so I'm sticking with easy. It also allows for some pretty fun different strategies that you can't usually do on other difficulties, which you'll see later on in the run. Yeah. So yeah, so far so good. When I get out of this vent, I am going to throw a chaff grenade, and that's going to make a noise that a guard's going to investigate, so I can go up this elevator. So we set it off there.
Sometimes the positioning of that throw cannot be good. So there's been times where the guard hasn't investigated it, instead he spots you. So
indeed. Yeah, that is not ideal.
Nope.
Alrighty, so we're just going to run here, and we're going to not go up the ladder. Instead, we're going to go through this vent, and we're going to look at lights. And notice how fluorescent lights are really bad to look at? Yeah, so they make you go through walls. That's why you should never look at fluorescent lights as a child. So yeah, we're kind of out of bounds and breaking the game. Fortunately, the game can detect that we are out of bounds, and it puts us in jail.
Straight to jail, guys.
It's kind of like Monopoly, we're straight in jail. So yeah, just a reminder as well. The incentive is going to end very, very shortly. So soon. So, any last minute bids and donations, get them in there. Get them in. And Mayu, is there any messages or anything you'd like to share while we're just waiting around?
Yeah, sadly no one decided to save Meryl right now. But
perfect.
I'd like to take the time to again thank ESA for supporting this marathon. Besides that we are allowed to use their channel to broadcast this, they are also sharing their gear and their technical assistance with us. Be sure to check out the next marathon, which is Break the Record Live Sonic Adventure DX Edition, which is from the 30th of October to the 1st of November.
Awesome, thank you for that.
Cool.
I am glad that if no one wants to save her though, I did turn off vibration just in case, so we would skip a massage from Naomi. But it looks like that might not have been needed. So fun thing, I can get up on the bed. What we're doing is we're technically classed as under the bed. And that's going to make Johnny freak out a little. And we want him to freak out here. So that way he doesn't end up falling asleep. So we're just going to pop out as soon as he notices we're missing. Also notice I'm in jail with a chaff grenade.
Yeah, apparently that's not a weapon.
Indeed. So we're going to make some noises as well to make Johnny tell us to be quiet.
It's far better than him sneezing, because him sneezing, we timed, it takes ages. It takes ages. If you let him fall asleep as well.
If you let him fall asleep, yeah. So yeah, tiny time save. Alright, Mayu, I think we will close... Oh, so I let him sneeze there. I think we'll close up that bid war. So what are we going with?
Okay, we are going to kill Meryl.
Kill Meryl.
And submit to the torture.
Alrighty.
Saving time. Perfect. Let's go.
The perfect couple, Otacon and Snake. So this is great. We're going to get stealth. Just what I wanted. That might help me beat extreme mode. So there we go. I gave up to the torture. It was just too hard.
Yeah, so hard. Didn't even start.
Indeed.
Didn't even start.
Ocelot with great observation skills right there as well. Noticing that Snake is indeed a human and not actually a snake. So... brilliant eyesight there.
Yeah.
Still not sure whether he is actually an Ocelot or not.
Hasn't been confirmed.
No. Not yet. So, yeah, again, we're going to have more waiting around. We're going to have more knocking on the walls. So while I'm knocking on walls, maybe, Minnie, you can turn my volume down?
What, here?
No. On
This
that
one?
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't hear the taps.
Oh, okay.
And we're going to just guess what song I'm playing.
I don't even know what song you're playing.
Mommy shark,
No.
Mommy shark,
I'm turning you back up.
All right.
Oh, is that too loud? Are you good?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, cool.
Any other messages you've got there, Mayu?
Sadly, nothing from our nothing donation related. But
Don't need donation
yeah,
related.
but again, with this marathon, we are supporting Crisis, a charity supporting people out of homelessness. They achieve this through education, training, and support with housing, employment, and health. All of your donations will be directly supporting Crisis.
So we're waiting for our good old buddy Otacon that we've never met. He's gonna come and hand us a bottle of sauce.
Yeah, Otacon is a champ. So he comes along, he's like, cool, here's a scarf, but in other regions we might call it a handkerchief. Cool. Also, you'll notice that Otacon's cosplaying Kevin Bacon in the hit movie Hollow Man. So that's a pretty cool attention to detail. Thanks Hideo Kojima for that one. The good thing is he gives us it must be like a plastic bottle, because could you imagine he gives you a glass bottle of ketchup here? Oh, and despite me doing RAM manipulation, I completely forgot I did it. That's what an event will do to you.
Mm-hmm. Menuing wastes time.
Indeed
Lime.
it does. After all those frames we saved by killing off Meryl, who I've never met before, don't even know the lady,
No.
we've instead wasted all those frames by menuing. So we're going to give Johnny a wee punch, kick, and a throw. I didn't really feel like killing him. There is a reason for that. It's a little strange. Back when I played this game as a young child, I mean, all children are young, but still, I was a really young child. And basically, one of my first fictional crushes was Meryl. So then, to later see Johnny get Meryl in Metal Gear Solid 4 has made me just permanently angry. So I keep him alive.
A lot of
after
rage.
killing off Meryl. It's, yeah. Oh.
Uh-oh.
So this is a kind of new strategy that I've developed. Just like yesterday. So I wasn't really feeling the swag strat. So you can do some breakdancing in that section, past those invisible lasers. Instead I decided to try something different, which is just as fast. But only when you choke him.
Only when you choke him.
It's great. So that room, that is the armory, and it's one of the scarier rooms, because there is invisible lasers that you have to dodge when you're grabbing that PSG-1. This is the next scary room. Now, you might be like, well, why? It's just a bunch of snow. You're just going to have to trust me when I say that there are bombs in the ground. You can't see them.
They're definitely there, and they will blow you up.
And yeah, the bid war was closed. We scooted right past that in chat.
Yeah.
It's a quick one. Blink and you'll miss it.
Oh yeah, that's a heck of a skip, that vent glitch.
Indeed. So all the fun, scary stuff happens right at the start of the game as well. This is
so true.
This is again another scary room. So I'm going to purposely not run with a chaff grenade out. And you might be like, well, hang on. Why were you running with a chaff grenade out in the first place? That surely seems weird.
Running with a chaff grenade actually makes you go faster,
Yeah.
which is great for a speedrun. Why don't we want to go fast in this room? If you go too fast, you'll actually alert the guard upstairs. Like, he'll see you before he turns around. And then the room fills with poison gas and it's an automatic continue. So,
Indeed.
remove the chaff and you buffer your movement.
And we're just going to throw that guy around. He's just going to be like, what? Why did I randomly just do a spontaneous flip?
Yeah, pretty much.
Indeed. Next up is one of the best bosses in the game. You might have remembered this masterpiece. You got to switch controllers for this one. It's very difficult.
Yeah.
We have Psycho Bookshelf, and we might have to reset the run if we don't do this roll.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, wow. I can't believe you got it first try.
First try. That's one of the hardest tricks in the game, is walking through that bookshelf. It's crazy. Hideo Kojima's done it again.
Bookshelf is the best boss.
It blew my mind as a kid playing this game. Just, you had to fight a bookshelf.
Nice. The doggos are behaving.
So the reason why that happened is because we did skip like the first third of the game.
Yeah.
By glitching into a vent and ending up in jail. So all these bosses in that, they're just gone.
Yeah.
Don't have to fight Sniper Wolf here. There's just a puddle of blood. We don't know why. Colonel's talking about some Meryl lady. Never met her before. Everyone keeps talking about Meryl, and I'm like, who's Meryl?
Who's Meryl? We don't know who Meryl is. But yeah, that bookshelf. Hardest boss.
It's intense. The hardest boss in this game is actually what's coming up next, and that is the tower climb.
Ah, yes, the tower climb.
Yeah, and I've gone for no backup strats, so this is going to be fantastic. We're going all out here.
Let's go.
So in the tower climb, we need to climb up like 20-something flights of stairs.
So many stairs.
God.
I could not do this in real life. Not while I was being chased by people and being shot at.
So
no way.
Indeed, yeah. It's tricky. So Snake luckily isn't wearing a whole lot, and these guards are wearing like tons of armor, so surely they'll be slow at running up the stairs, right?
Sure.
We're also only going to use one stun grenade here, and here's a fun detail I didn't know until I started running this game. Did you know there are numbers on the floor panels?
I thought you always knew that. I'd noticed there were numbers before you noticed there were
7.
numbers.
See, look, 8. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
I had no
Right.
idea.
We're going to throw the stun grenade.
Yeah, this is getting dicey.
Yep, there we go. Oh, and we glossed past it at the bottom of the stairs there, but we intentionally get an alert to avoid a cutscene.
Yeah,
So-
throwing the grenade and triggers
yeah.
the alert, so we skip a cutscene.
Yeah.
Which is quite nice. Ideally, you want to try to do this without taking damage, and you can kind of run around to do that. Ooh.
Ooh.
This guy's going to be a bit of a pain, though, because he didn't get knocked over. So we might... Oh, he might stop and shoot here. There we go. Cool, avoided his shots, and we're probably going to get a guy at 25, which we can throw. And ideally, he's going to give us some dominoes.
Dominoes, please. Oh,
alright.
no.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Now, you really don't want them to throw you.
Oh, no, I accidentally threw the stun as well. That ain't
Oof.
good. Alright.
Does that mean you're going to have to pick up a backup stun?
There is no backup
Oh.
stuns.
Never mind. Just kidding.
So that's the fun thing. If you mess up, you really mess up, which is great. No, it's alright, though.
You'll be fine.
There are strategies we can use. I am going to use a stun up here. That's that. So yeah, we're going to go up to the top of this comm tower. We're going to skip this cutscene, of course, and then we're going to immediately equip our rope. The reason why, just trust me, this is probably a good reason why. I've played this game once or twice. Essentially, we're going to have to rappel down this entire building while steam, it's hot steam, by the way.
As opposed to cold steam.
Indeed. As I've already been called out for once before. And Liquid's going to be shooting at us from a helicopter, which just to make things better.
Yeah. It's great. So you're being shot at, you have to rappel down a building and avoid steam.
Indeed.
And take a codec call.
Yeah, and take a call at the same time. That's the worst part.
Great timing for that call. You're not like being shot at or anything.
No, but whoa, that was a little different. For some reason, I'm using analog on this, which I'm not used to doing.
Oof, ouch.
Oh. And yeah, Apache, I see you there. Walkway is going to be Monka? No. Or Monka S. We're going to actually use the stun here, and we're going to instead do Blast Furnace with no stun. So we're doing some precise movement there while throwing a stun grenade. Yeah, so I forgot to equip it. Beautiful.
Did you get dominoes? Nice.
Yeah, I got dominoes there. Got dominoes pick up. Beautiful. We're going to pick up that stinger launcher. You'll also see the stinger launcher didn't actually pick up, but we do have it in our inventory. So we're going to use the stinger's, well, purpose to great effect. The stinger is designed to blow things up. So what better way to use a stinger than to blow it up? That might
So to
sound
speak.
a bit weird, but trust me, it'll make sense shortly. So what I'm going to do up here is I'm going to throw a grenade at this wall. I'm then going to lie down. I'm going to equip a chaff grenade just for some reason. I'm just going to let myself take the damage. I'm going to look in first person view, hit a bunch of buttons, and then equip the stinger.
Oh no.
And it didn't work.
Next try.
Yeah. And that's intended. See? Told you, it's a stinger.
It stings to use it.
Wow.
There we go.
Alright, and this is what the sting is really meant to look like. It's meant to look like an invisible object, and you just kind of wave your hand around.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do here is I'm going to do it early. I'm actually going to cook this. So this stinger is actually a chaff grenade, and it's going to blow up in my hands like that, and now you see the stinger is gone. I now no longer have a stinger missile. I just blew it up. Blew it up. And if I had cooked that chaff grenade a little too late and walked past a certain spot in the floor, oh, of course, I would have soft-locked the game, which wouldn't have been good.
No, that would not have been good at all.
That would have been run over right there. I don't think you get a world record by soft-locking, though. It's not quite it. And, of course, we're going to throw chaff grenades at very certain times during this bit to try and avoid all these cameras. I ideally want to avoid 2, but as you can see, I didn't quite do that.
Yeah, not quite.
The analog stick's going a bit funky here as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you're getting some weird movement. That's alright. Could just be me. Next up, we're going to be fighting Liquid. I think we all remember this fight. It's a bit of a scary one.
Yeah.
You know, he's up there and we're down here, and we've got our sting.
Oh no.
We don't have our
We don't have a stinger.
We'll just go down. We'll just go down. I'm sure it'll be fine.
It's fine.
I'm sure the game will just
We
be
don't need
like,
to fight
no,
him."
that's fine. You can progress. It's all right. You don't have the stinger. I'm sure it's a-okay. We'll climb back down and we'll hope for the best. It'll be fine. We'll throw some more chaff grenades.
So you're just skipping another boss fight.
Indeed.
Casually.
Indeed. Yeah, so what just happened there is the weapons glitch basically allowed us to skip the Liquid Hind fight. So all we had to do was climb up and climb back down. And that resets this room as well. So you're going to notice something a little different in this room when we get down to about where the elevator would be. And this is where we're going to abuse more game mechanics, which is fantastic. And I think I'll do it the slow way rather than the YOLO way.
YOLO is the faster way, but
It
it's
is.
not guaranteed.
Indeed. So we're going to unequip my weapon here. And as I run down the stairs, my character, that being Snake, he changes height. So we're going to line ourselves up in a certain spot about here. And we're just going to run towards these boxes.
Oh.
And what should happen, if you do it just right, is you end up on top of them. Now, we're just going to yeet ourselves over the edge. There's no fall damage, so we're fine. Throw a wee chaff grenade down there, and we'll run on through.
Nice.
Nice and easy, right? Nice and easy.
Always YOLO. I mean, when he's doing his runs, normally he'll YOLO it, but you don't want to risk soft-locking it by running over top of the boxes. Which can happen, and has happened frequently.
Yeah, very much so. So right here, we just got shot by Sniper Wolf, who's
yep.
probably incredibly surprised that we're still alive after she basically got a kill shot on us. I imagine she doesn't want to get anywhere near me after that, though. So we're just going to break into a personal bubble, if I can lie down. If you've... Ooh,
no.
That was a spicy shot. If you've ever played the game Death Stranding, Hideo Kojima actually predicted that game. He was ahead of his time. For you see, what happens is Snake gets slightly close to her, and she basically throws up blood.
She like explodes.
It's crazy. It's insane that Hideo Kojima was thinking about this at least, what, 20 years before he came out with Death Stranding.
Yeah.
It's great. So what we're going to do here is we do need to backtrack.
Yeah.
And I didn't throw a chaff grenade, and you want to know why? It's because I forgot. So we're going to take a few shots.
Ouch.
Here, and probably, you
Ouch.
know, I really should just throw it now.
Wow. You took a lot of damage just then.
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
What we're going to do here, for marathon purposes, of course, is we're going to grab this emergency ration that was just conveniently placed there.
But the reason we're backtracking...
Yeah, the reason we are backtracking is to grab that stinger that I blew up. I'm not going to blow this one up, I promise.
Yeah, you kind of absolutely need it for later in the game, so it's very important to go back and get it.
Yeah. Alrighty. While we're doing this, Mayu, do we have any messages you'd like to share?
I'd like to thank all of you for watching UKSG. Normally, we're a 2-day speedrun marathon held 4 times a year in Glasgow, Scotland. But because of the situation we have right now, we are bringing you 3 days of exciting speedruns from the comfort of your own homes.
And indeed, my home is comfortable.
Yep.
Now, you might have also seen I threw a chaff grenade before getting into this elevator. I was actually hoping to kind of jam the elevator just for a prank, but instead, Snake used his patient chaff grenade. Snake picks up a patient chaff grenade, which doesn't explode until the elevator gets to the bottom floor, which is quite handy, because then you can kind of buffer in a chaff grenade and it'll blow up and help you avoid cameras.
Yeah, it's very good. Handy little trick, that one.
So I had to think a little there, because I don't have a stun grenade, so we're going to have to do this bit a little differently.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
It's alright. This is just what we didn't game over, so we're alright. In Metal Gear Solid 4, you don't actually have to disc swap there, because you're playing on a PlayStation 3, a Blu-ray, dual layered too. We're actually playing on a PSTV, which doesn't even have a disc tray, so I don't know. I'm not sure what Otacon would make of that either. He might be a little baffled, actually.
Yeah.
So we're just going to run in. Usually we'd throw a stun grenade right outside that room, and why am I throwing this grenade? Oh, well. Ooh. Well, that worked. This is
different.
This is a different strategy. We're all about unique strategies.
Yeah, that's what we're up
for
to
Metal
today.
Gear Solid. So we blew up the crane. You might not have known this as a child, but you can blow that crane up. And that means you can just walk past. No more crouching. I was actually meant to save that grenade and and crouch, but I decided not to. Oh my gosh. My throws today are perfect.
Perfect.
So we're going to
Ace.
run up through this room. We're then going to run back down. The reason why is there's an elevator that's coming up from the floor, I guess. A lower level.
Mm-hmm.
But by going into that room and then coming back through, that makes the elevator instantly appear. So that saves us a good couple of seconds.
Yeah. I'm doing really good at the damage strats today.
Yeah. All the damage strats.
We can do this damageless, which of course saves time. What'd you do?
No, nothing.
What did you do?
No, I just looked at my health
Oh no, yeah.
and my rations.
that emergency ration might not be enough.
No.
There's
another.
another one.
There is, but it's going to be dicey.
Are you going to have enough grenades?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to grab some backup stuff though before this fight. So, yeah, we've noticed that my rations are a little low for a an easy difficulty technique. Now, the thing is, to do a backup for this, you'd usually grab the Nikita earlier on. However, I was so confident in my abilities that there's a ration at the top. Oh, thank you, Apache. I completely forgot about that ration, even though I always grab it. I always grab it
one,
on the way back. I know where another one is.
Oh,
but
yeah. But
awesome. Now, as long as I don't mess up my grenade throws. So there is a very easy strategy that you can do against Raven. Usually you'd use like the Nikita. If you were really wanted to be like tactical, you could be cool and use the Claymores. That's not really very fast though. And we're all about going fast.
yeah. So we're just going to put ourselves at risk a little bit.
Just a little.
Just a little. It's fine. We've got rations. She'll be right.
And due to how things have been going, I am going to grab this emergency C4 as well.
Just in case.
Just in case.
Just in case.
Because 8 is like the magic number. The magic number. And I have messed up slightly.
How did you mess up already?
What do you mean already? So there's this great ration that Apache has told us about. So Apache has single-handedly saved this run.
Pretty much.
And we're going to wait for him to come up about here and then just run right at him. Oh, that was... See, this is why I grabbed the C4.
Yeah, I was a little far away.
And we're just going to basically throw grenades at him.
Yeah, pretty much.
Now, ideally, we want to take damage from being hit by his big gun rather than being blown up by the grenades.
Because that does less damage to you?
It does less damage to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that first grenade...
The first grenade didn't do so much damage. No, you might be okay. There we go.
There we go. With a ration to spare.
Oh, look at that. You did good.
I don't even think I needed that ration.
No. Better to be safe than sorry, though.
Luckily, we get all our health back here
Yeah.
anyway, so it's all good.
It's great.
And coming up is the most fun part of the run.
It's definitely like half the run.
It's
Half the run.
This is a huge chunk of the run coming up.
So that that alert farming we did at the beginning of the game with the guard, that's where this comes into play. So we're going to learn about the PAL key, and we're going to have to go and grab that. And then, yeah, we're going to have to cart it all over the complex with us.
Pretty much.
Pretty much. Just running back and forth for like 20 minutes. It's good. It's good exercise.
Up here, we're going to learn about a special word.
Zoom.
Zoom.
Yep.
Zoom indeed. We're also going to get a few codec calls at certain points. So luckily, I kind of know where those points are, so I can hit them very early. There are other codec calls that happen, like on the elevator, and there is a trick you can do that actually I learnt from Apache watching one of his runs, I think at ESA, where you can steer in first-person view, and when the codec call comes, it'll throw your camera around, which basically is another visual cue saying, hey, take the call. I'm ringing you from my Nokia 3310.
3310.
So this one's...
Skipping all those codec calls. This isn't even the longest one. The longest one's like 46 seconds.
There is a long one coming up.
Counted.
That is for certain. Okay, we're going to do a few things with this guard here. So parts of this floor is noisy, so we're going to do something called ice skating, or just skating. If we equip and unequip our chaff grenade fast enough, well, at certain times really, our foot never touches the ground. So we just slide along the ground, which means we don't make any noise, which lets us walk around the guy without making any footstep noises.
And so he only gets alerted after we've already passed him.
It's a lot better than getting alerted before I pass him.
Yeah, don't want him to hear you walking. Bye.
Yeah, we just run around that
Just run
guy.
right past him.
Doesn't even hit me.
Okay, so now we're on the PAL mission.
Yeah, so basically, I was holding the PAL key just willy-nilly, and Revolver Ocelot shot it out of my hand, and now it's fallen into the drainage ditch. So this is where, yeah, the alert farm comes into play. We no longer have to hunt down a rat and shoot it with a Stinger missile. We instead just run around in some highly toxic water, as you
In some
do.
very strategic locations.
Yeah, and ideally we want to get it right under the bridge. That is the fastest possible PAL key. If not, there are like 4 other positions which are better than like a god rat. However, there is also a bomb sometimes. And
Like
we
that.
got it straight away. So this is the bomb.
Bye-bye, bomb.
And I threw it in the worst place, so I'm going to have to wait for it.
Good job.
Oh, ration.
Is it going to be the worst PAL?
We might get the worst PAL.
Oh, man, make sure it's not up here, because you missed that one time, haven't we? It's been
I
like-
did.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Oh my gosh,
my
that
God.
spot.
Yeah.
That spot's always annoying. I always just go past it.
We got the PAL
So
key.
it turns out it was in an alright location.
Yeah.
That's lucky, because the worst position is all the way round the other side.
Yeah, which you check last, because most of the positions are on the other side, so chances are it'll be there.
Yep, so now we're going to get the PAL key, and we're going to chuck it into this little terminal. And we're going to shut down Metal Gear Rex. We're going to stop the nuclear launch. We're going to save the day. I'm sure there'll be no more gameplay after we put all those cards in. So if you've never played this game before as well, the PAL key is a temperature sensitive key. So essentially it changes based on what temperature it's been exposed to. So what we have to do is we have right now the room temperature key, because I guess all that water was room temperature.
Toxic room temperature water.
Yeah, we're then going to have to freeze it and put it in a cold room to make it a cold key. Oh, that was bad.
You're not
Held
supposed to lie
X
down
a
on the
little too
floor.
long there to show off a strategy. That's alright.
It's definitely a strategy. Not sure it's a fast one.
No. And last is a hot key.
Oh, do you need me to get my timer for you? Yeah, probably.
No, we'll go based on...
You want to do...
We're going to go on
Sound?
audio
Alright.
cues. Yeah, so...
Audio cue was slower.
The thing is, when you're heating the key up and cooling it down, there is a certain amount of time that it takes for it to change, and that time is 61 seconds, exactly. Or, sorry, yeah, I got to do the conversion. 1 minute and 1 second. If you do like it
The
said that way.
conversion.
Well, some people need the conversion.
Oh.
Now, usually you just look at your timer, maybe your splits, you just have them for when you enter the room. You'd be like me and be like, oh, this number, and then completely forget what that number is.
Every time.
Every time.
Every time.
So, to get around that, we can listen to the music instead. So that's what I'm going to have to do, because I don't have a timer up.
Yeah.
But luckily, I really like the music. And while we're listening to music, if Mayu wants to troll me...
No, I won't troll you. That's a privilege only if you get. But if I have the time, I would also like to thank BSG for supporting this marathon. They hold bi-monthly gatherings in the Netherlands. They've supported UKSG from the very beginning by spreading the word and providing us with the channel to stream on in past sessions, among other things. Mark your calendars, because BSG Online 3 will be happening from the 20th to the 22nd of November. Submissions are still open for this until the 6th of November, so if you'd like to join, please feel free to do so.
Oh. Just listening for that audio cue.
And just for this, the marathon, we're going to do it completely blind. So there's a violin coming in right about now. That one. The second violin. That's when to go in. Now, a smart person would check the key before leaving that room. However, we're not here for intelligence. We're here to go fast.
Wow. You realize not checking it's going to slow you down if it's not. Oh, sorry.
We're getting Minnie a little too excited here. We're out of control on this. It's alright. It's definitely cold. I hope. No. So, yeah, there are audio cues you can listen out for. If you didn't hear it, one of the crows was like, your key's cold. So, yeah, we definitely heard that part. So, we're A-okay.
Yeah, the crows definitely tell you that the key is cold. Absolutely.
Yeah, just
Just
one of
whisper
those.
it in your ear.
One of those cores is you know, like it's slightly lower pitch, and yeah, you got to have a really fine ear to hear it.
Yeah, definitely. 100%.
Those are not PAL keys. Imagine that Snake just jamming some cigarettes in. Why isn't this working?
Moment of truth.
We're good.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna just run sideways, and if we're lucky, nope.
Not lucky.
That's
Rough.
alright. We made it out at least. That's the best part.
Okay, so cold key is the faster one,
Yeah, so now we gotta
now,
backtrack all the way to the blast furnace.
where we broke that crane.
Yeah, and
So.
that means 2 elevator rides as well as 2 codec calls. Fortunately for the hotkey, on the way down, if we don't get a codec call, it means we didn't heat the key up. Which means you have to go back up
All the way back up again.
the elevators to heat it up.
Pretty much. That codec call is also like the longest one.
It is. So Naomi talks our ear off and she takes her time with it.
Yeah.
It's at that point I really wish that, you know, all the game myths were true. That I could just double tap triangle. That I could do all sorts of things to skip codecs. The only skip is play
Mashing.
the PC version, really.
Pretty much.
I've tried a lot of things. I was like, maybe I can spin the analog control around in circles. That doesn't work.
Oh.
If anything, that's slower. And yes, so you might be going, oh, why aren't you just shooting the pipes? This is the original game, and the technology for pipes wasn't there. So they don't exist. They exist in the Twin Snakes version, so that's the version you're thinking of. In Metal Gear Solid the Twin Snakes, they did add a beautiful quality of life feature where you can essentially shoot a hot pipe and a cold pipe, and that'll heat up and cool down your key, which would be great for this game.
Unfortunately, this is not the Twin Snake.
Yeah, and just for Mayu yesterday, in her Metal Gear Solid 2 run, we're gonna have to do it on the way down. Don't worry. Well, I've got a little tribute for you here. On the way back down. I promise it does not involve the death of any birds.
Sure about that? Oh boy.
I like to think the incentives can go on into other games. And Metal Gear Solid 2 got kill the seagulls, so let's kill the crows.
Well, didn't we kill Meryl though?
We also killed Meryl.
We're just killing everyone.
We're killing everyone.
Oh
in this.
no!
So a good thing there is the camera shot at us as we went up the elevator.
We
So
want
that means it's not going to hit us on our way back. Unless our movement is really bad. Which it wasn't. So we didn't get hit.
Good job. You might actually know how to play this game.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd hope so. The amount of hours you put into this. Yeah, so there's just a lovely elevator. It'd be great if we had some elevator music.
That would be very nice if there was elevator music. It's alright, we're going to get blast furnace music. That's just as good. I mean, who hasn't wanted to work at a blast furnace that has some music playing?
Yeah. Gonna be listening for the same cue of that violin.
Yeah.
There's no birds to tell us when it's cold this time.
We could look at the lava. Maybe it will like tell us.
I mean hot. It's gonna be hot this time, not cold. At temperature.
We can just do a little dance in time to the music. If you've ever seen the hit music video Freestyler by Bottom Funk MCs, you may be familiar with this move as well.
Just do some breakdancing.
Alright, so we're waiting for this second violin because it tells us when the second is. There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why it's called the second violin.
Yeah. Definitely. Right, now we're about to get to that lovely long codec call, which requires extensive button mashing.
The good thing is we're almost done with the power keys.
Almost. So close. And then it's a pretty straight shot.
Yeah.
Real close to the end.
It's just, you know, a giant walking death robot. A guy who just won't seem to die.
Yeah.
A guy who just still won't seem to die again. And then that's it. So we're getting pretty close to the end.
But yeah, as you can see, this PAL section does take like a good chunk of the run.
It's a great solid portion, with about 99% of this game being the codec call that's coming up. The issue with this codec call as well is that some calls can be slow, so like they'll do head movements or they'll speak slower, which makes it so when you mash, the mashing is slower as well. It won't skip as fast. So this particular codec has a lot of that right at the start. And also this is for you, Mayu. We're going to kill the birds.
Stop punching birds.
Alright, and here's the call with Naomi. So it goes very, very slowly at the start. So I'm mashing pretty fast, I like to think, and that's how slow it goes. However, at the end are these incredibly short, quick ones. So by the time you get there, your arm is already sore from all the mashing beforehand.
Yeah.
See, look at that. She shakes her head.
Shaking her head.
Nothing I can do there. See, it speeds up a little, but then she starts talking about viruses and doing apoptosis and cytokines
more head movements
and guarana taurine. There's a lot of big words. And then it goes really fast at the end. That's the real torture sequence right there.
Yeah. Way harder than saving Meryl.
Yeah, at the game she does apologize for that long codec call. She cries about six or seven times.
Yeah. Wasting more time.
Well, it gives us a bit of respite during the codec mashing, so it's all good. We're going to save this chaff. We're not going to use it here. We're going to take a particular line, and none of the cameras will shoot at us. Because we're going to save this chaff grenade for Metal Gear Rex. On easy, we can use it to basically stun him and fire off a bunch of stinger shots, which makes the first phase of the fight very, very easy.
It goes by so fast sometimes. I'm like, wait, was that the whole fight? Like,
yeah. We're also soon going to have one of Minnie's favorite lines in the game.
Definitely. So much so that we've made a command for it on Lime's channel. Oh, it's great. It's the best line. I don't know why. Can't even tell you why I like it so much. I just do.
Everyone loves Grey Fox. It's alright. Everyone has their favorite Grey Fox moment. List your favorite Grey Fox moment in the chat. Mine's the one where he has that guy like stabbed on his sword and he's all invisible. It actually kind of creeped me out as a kid, but I respect it now. I think I'd do the same thing if I was a ninja in an exoskeleton that could go invisible.
Hmm.
When he's in French. I haven't listened to French Grey Fox, actually. That is something I need to do. So now we're locked in a room full of poison gas. It's very similar to a time where I played a demo of Star Wars, The Phantom Menace, and at the start of the game it goes, "The room is filling with poison gas. We must escape." So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to take that advice, put it to heart, or into action, really, and call up Otacon, my best pal. He's going to open the door. He hacked open the door. Whoa, he's a hacker.
He's a hacker.
Some topless guys just running around. Now, I'm pretty sure that Liquid does achieve his mission, because he gets me topless as well, and I think he just wants to get the world topless. Pretty sure that's his thing. He does want Big Boss's body to help cure the Gnome soldiers, so that's something too. Oh, also, if you didn't catch it, by the way, they set us up the bomb. It turns out that I was actually activating Metal Gear Rex with those PAL keys, not turning it off. Yeah.
They used you to do their legwork. Alright, so that's phase 1. This is my favorite line. This one. After Zanzibar. Can't even tell you why I like it so much, I just do.
And then they change it for the Twin Snakes.
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about Twin Snakes. I can't believe they did me dirty like that. Get rid of my favorite line.
And we're going to skip this, because I never met that guy before anyway. So we're going to run up right towards the giant death robot, and we're just going to shoot rockets at it. Oh, I might be a little close. Oh, that should be better. And we're just going to take the damage. It's just a laser. What's a little LASIK surgery, you know? It's fine. And there we go. We've defeated Rex. It's
all done.
Yeah, you just got to take some damage. That's the fun of easy mode. In extreme, you can do a similar thing. You don't take the damage, though. There is a ability in this game where you can lean to the left, to the right. And by leaning, you avoid damage. It's actually a technique used in one of the Sniper Wolf fights where you can dodge out of her shots, which is quite cool. And you can do it again for the lasers, I believe. Not like I've completed the game on extreme. And now for the part we've been waiting for. This is the fist fight with Liquid. So Minnie is going to turn down my game volume while I concentrate on this.
I have to turn mine down slightly too because sometimes you can hear it through my headphones. But yeah, so this fight, the reason we turn it down is because there's a way to do this really quickly, but it involves very precise, like, button mashing essentially. So he's kind of tapping out a pattern on the controller in order to get what we call an infinite. So we definitely want to get an infinite, and it took a lot of time. So he's doing some precise movement to set him up here, and this is the infinite part. So if he can listen to his button presses instead of the game, it helps him to keep the infinite combo going, because you can drop it. Yeah,
just
there
like
we
that.
Go. Nice, that was really good.
Now, it is a little... it ends. So it's not exactly infinite. But it was infinite up until the point that it ended.
Basically, you get him trapped and he can't, like, hit you or anything. Yeah, it took a long time to get that. That was a really hard part to learn.
I almost dropped it right at the start as well. I went a little slow.
Yeah.
And then I thought I went a little fast. We're going to choke this guy too, and we're going to do a little ballet. Alright, I just want to do that for fun. That actually wasted a bunch of time.
Yeah, good job. Yeah. Good infinite though.
Imagine it was about the jeans. Yeah.
Yeah.
Liquid's a big fan of Levi's and Snake just wasn't wearing them. He's got the recessive genes.
The recessive genes. Metal Gear was really just a sick pair of genes all along.
And then which game's about all the memes? I think that's 2, right?
Is it?
They're like, Raiden, I'll give you a Pepe. He's like, no, I wanted a... I can't even think of what memes are now.
Gotta clear a path. Oh wait, you already did. Never mind.
Yeah. I was looking for something a little more deep fried, Colonel.
Oh my goodness.
Well, let me tell you about Harakiri
Hey, look, it's the dude
Radio.
that never
I need
dies.
Scissors 61. Is that deep fried enough for you, boy? This bit too is actually harder than it looks.
Yeah. You have to like line up
Oh,
the gun
no,
in a
you
specific way.
didn't. Ooh, you did.
Oof. But yeah, he's just taking a bunch of shots to the head. And we're coming up on time when we get the white screen, by the way, which will be pretty soon. So as soon as you see the white,
Yeah, as soon as the white happens, that is time. Thanks for
Otacon will
reminding
be
us.
like, look, Snake, it's daylight. And then flash white, and we're done.
Indeed.
So coming up real soon.
So this is a lesson on how not to do this. But it's alright, we're having fun.
Yeah, yeah. It's good.
And the real lessons were the friends we made along the way.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, about one more shot.
Oh. Yeah, here
Cool,
we go.
so time is coming up. Now.
There we go.
Where
That's
is
time.
Meryl? Meryl died, sadly.
Meryl died.
No one
Colin.
no one wanted to save her,
Yeah.
sadly. And then yeah, we get the end of the game. Where it's the final credits, which take about 7 minutes, and then when you are doing an official run, the time actually goes based on the in-game timer. But we're not going to wait 7 minutes to see what that is, even if it would be under under time. But that's alright. So this is Naomi crying again, so she gives us a little break at the end of the game. But there we go. That's Metal Gear Solid in a nutshell, basically. It's a fun one to learn. If you are a big fan of Metal Gear Solid and would like to get into it, definitely recommend it. As I said, GOG have re-released the game for PC, so it's accessible. You can buy it on Good Old Games. That one's quite a fun one because there are other glitches, God mode and stuff, which is quite fun. If you do want to learn any more about just Metal Gear Solid runs in general, then I definitely recommend checking out the Metal Gear Solid Speedrunners website at www.metalgearspeedrunners.com. They have a Discord there. They have tons of guides. There's just lots of stuff. Lots of awesome people like Apache Smash and Mayu are in there. They're even currently doing a Metal Gear Solid Very Easy League at the moment. It's a great place. Very friendly. Very nice. You know, if you do join, you might get spammed with welcome messages as well. There's a welcome leaderboard. So
Oh, there is. I didn't even know that.
it's a fun
Shoot,
fun
I
place.
got to step up my welcoming game.
Yeah. Otherwise, yeah, I'll pass it along to you, Mayu.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot for the amazing run. And right at the end of the run, we had a $10 donation from Himoto B saying, "Hi, good morning from Los Angeles." Good morning back to you, and thanks for your generous donation.
Don't worry. I'm going to choose life too. Until today, I've always looked for a reason to live. But from here on,